My name's Gary. I've been a resident in Seaforth for 5 months now.
My name is Cara Spencer Hicks, and I was a resident here up until about a month or 2 months ago.
I'm Michael. I'm 18 and I've stayed in here for 2 months. On the 31st of July, it'll be 2 months.
My name's Nadine, I'm 17 and I've been staying in White People hostel for a month and a half now.
I'm Thomas Oliver, but everyone can me as Tomo. I was quite a low self-esteem, depressed child. Never spoke to anyone. I never spoke to anyone about my problems. That was my biggest downfall. That's why I spiraled out of control. But everything that happened, the reason I was homeless was all my fault. But I used to blame my mum and dad. I used to give them hell. I fell apart when I went homeless. And then because of that overdose, it really showed me what I was doing wrong. And then from then I've been working hard to get my life back on track. But there are people that listen to you, there are people that will speak to you, so speak to them.
I had family difficulties with my mum when I was 16, and then I moved from England to Scotland, and then I lived with my grandparents for another year, and then there was more difficulties, and then at the age of 17 I moved in here. There was a lot of stuff going on with my mum. I wasn't speaking to my mum, and stuff from the past with my father that kind of came up as well, about domestic abuse and rape and stuff like that, and it just got to a point where I just hit rock bottom, and I overdosed on paracetamol and obviously loads of different things, ibuprofen and warfarin, and I think that was probably my low point. The fact that you didn't think that you had anyone, family wasn't speaking to me. I think in some ways you've got to kind of hit rock bottom before you can kind of build yourself back up again, and in some ways I'm kind of glad that did happen, because that was a kind of wake-up call to think, well, what the hell are you doing? You know, get your life back on track sort of thing.
My childhood was alright. I went on holidays with my gran and that was a good part of my life. And then when I turned 13 or 14, I was sexually abused. My pal had said that it was her uncle, and obviously it wasn't when it came to court. I had to go to court and that about it. I wouldn't tell my mum about it, and it finally got to the police somehow, because my pal had got it done the same night as me, but that somehow went to the police and they kept coming and pestering me, but I just kept saying it wasn't me. And they had about 10 statements at least for me because I kept denying it, because I was too scared. I was scared because the person, when we had left the car, was like, if you tell anybody then I'm going to have to kill you and that, so I was feared as anything. When I got home, I ran up the stairs crying because I was that feared, and when my mum asked me what was wrong, I just told her I had a severe belly, and I just wanted to go to my bed. I can hardly sleep at night because I just have nightmares, I have flashbacks and that. And then when it happened, they gave us both a fiver, so I can't have a £5 note. I can't have a £5 note on me. It just makes me think of it, and I've got to just get rid of the £5 note. The first time I self-harmed, I was 14, and I did it really badly, and my wee sister walked in on me. People self-harm because they feel it's a release of pain. Because they can see it and think that the pain's draining out them. But see, really, when you wake up, sometimes it's still there. I write my poems basically to, instead of hurting myself, to let the pain out another way. And I found out that writing was the best way to do it, and that there's no pain to it. There might be a couple of tears, but that's about it. It's called What I Need From You, Dad. It's about me and how I feel about my dad, with him disappearing in my life and just leaving. Hi Dad, it's me, your baby girl. When I came into your life, I hoped for dreams. I hoped for happiness, acceptance and understanding. I hoped for peace, warmth and stability. I hoped you would hold my hand as I grew up. I hoped you would be there for me, Dad. Even though I'm an adult, I'm still your little girl. I wish the peace you so desperately crave and the love that's gone, missing for so many years. I love you, Dad.
I was abused last year in April in my mum's house. After that I went a bit off the rails, blamed my mum for a lot of things. Got angry all the time at my mum. We had a lot of arguments. It just come to the fact that my mum couldn't take that anymore. So she sort of flung me out and I moved out at the same time. My mum wasn't in that night. She was away to her boyfriend's. I was just looking for somebody to blame. I tried to commit suicide. At the end, got put in a mental health ward for 9 days. I didn't want to be here anymore. I gave up. But if you give up, then you've let that person win. Over again. Life's a bitch. The sooner folk get used to that, the easier their life's gonna be. I blame myself for months, even to this day. I'm still going for rape counselling and getting myself sorted. Stop blaming everybody else. It wasn't anybody's fault apart from the boy that done it. So
a lot of the people in here have really hard-hitting stories of how they came to be here. Some people have had issues spanning the years until the point they're in this place, and it's really, really hard to take in. I mean, most of the people in here I've spoke to have that. What about everybody else? There's about 5 million people in Scotland, and I think the 15 people within close proximity. I mean, it's a massive problem.
My name's Margaret Ann Stirrett and I'm a support worker at Why People. There are young people in the project, they're aged between 16 and 24. I think it's very difficult for young people to express how they feel a lot of the time, and they do keep it inside. And it takes a long time for trust to build. Sometimes a shorter time, it depends on the person. Sometimes it takes a while for them to trust somebody and actually want to speak about their experiences or how they're feeling. But we find eventually they will open up a bit to you, and it gives you a better understanding of what they've been through. And I think this film was an excellent opportunity for them, helped build their self-esteem immensely, and at the same time it let them express how they feel. And I think it must have taken quite a bit of courage for most of them to actually share that experience on film.
It also changed my life. When I went in there, I was a stupid 6-year-old boy who still who still blamed his mum and dad, made up lies and stole and wanted the attention, to an 18-year-old that has been to Belarus and taught English and is a lot more mature now. So I've got a lot to thank that hostel for, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that stayed with me, because it matured me, and I needed something like that to mature me, or I would end up in a jail.
If it wasn't for the staff, and not only the staff at the residence as well, being a close-knitted group, I don't think I'd probably be where I am today. If it wasn't for the staff helping me out, making sure I get my benefits sorted, making sure that I get my moving on points so that I can kind of move on with my life and become independent, then I'd probably still be in the hostel right now. So they have really, really helped me out in so many ways.
They helped me get back on my feet. They helped me realise that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I have been back in the mental health ward, because sometimes it just gets too much to deal with. I still get flashbacks. I still have to stop in the street and let a man, if it's a man I don't know, I need to let them walk past me. I don't trust anybody behind me that I don't know. If I'm walking in the street in the shopping centre, I've got to stop and let them walk in front, and then I'll walk.
I'm sitting in my hiding place, though I'm not alone. I feel her presence guiding me, taking me along. I look around and smile bright, telling her to hold me tight, because I'm on a ledge, ready to fall. Alone I feel tight, these challenges that are passing by me, Winds are blowing, pushing me further down. Please help me through the dark. Yet I hold on, head held high. Certain hardships will pass by. At my side, you and I, everything's alright. I love you.
Life can be hard and it can be a nightmare and horrific things can happen in it, but you can tell people and people are there to listen.
Speak out before it is too late and that the other person can date to somebody else, and basically no to self-harm, because it's you who's got to live with the scars for the rest of your life.
Speak out, honestly speak out before it's too late. Didn't make the same mistake I did. It's scary, I'm not going to deny that, it is. But it does get easier.
It's a strong message they're getting across. Don't be frightened to speak out. Sort of, they've done it now, they feel better for it. It's an educational film in a lot of ways, and a lot of young people out there who are terrified to share their experiences, hopefully seeing that film, realising that these kids come from a homeless background and had the courage to speak out, might give them the same courage. You know, they might actually think, well, they could do it, so maybe I can do it too.